Hi, it's Dale from The Average JoAnn, and today I'm going to be showing you a few different techniques for color filling your project. With the proper prep work, these techniques are simple and economical, and it will take your project to a whole new level. If you find this video helpful, then consider clicking the subscribe button below. We'll be posting more videos on a wide range of subjects to help the average Joe and Ann.
Color filling is a great technique when you're looking for a crisp, clean, eye-popping project. I don't always color fill. It really depends on the look that I'm going for. With this technique, you can add color to most engraved or carved surfaces. Prepping your project beforehand is very important. Here's a list of tools and materials that I've used for this project. If you're just starting out or don't have a lot of hand tools, it's really easy to make your own. Just grab a block of wood and wrap it in 220 grit sandpaper. Sealing your project with shellac will prevent paint from bleeding into the surrounding area. I generally do 2 coats on each side, then let it dry overnight so it has a chance to cure. Engraving can often leave a sticky burn residue. This must be cleaned before color filling. You can wipe it down with denatured alcohol and let dry for at least 15 minutes. Once dry, re-sand to remove the smudges and apply a layer of shellac. Wait at least 1 hour before color filling. I like to do a relatively deep engraving. This way you don't have to worry about sanding away any details. So let's get started. We're going to do a simple black color fill first. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your paintbrush and your paint, load it with paint, and in small circles really fill that engraved area with the paint. I'll often go over this area several times in circles and back and forth just to make sure that there's plenty of paint inside. Don't worry if you miss areas, you can actually always go back once you wipe it off and find those little areas you may have missed. Once your engraving is filled with paint, you're going to grab a wet paper towel and simply just wipe the paint off. Sometimes I'll add a white first. This really makes the other colors pop. So in this sample, I'm going to be doing multi-shades of green. Now normally I'm going to pick the neutral green to start with the color fill. So I'm going to go right over the white, fill it really well, do the same thing that we did with the black, in circles and then back and white. I'm going to wipe this whole thing off. Then I'm going to go back in with both highlight and shade colors. Now I'm going to start adding the different shades of green. I'm going to start with the nice bright colors. I like to put those on the top of the text that I have here. You want to really dab that in, make sure you're getting it into the grooves of the engraving, not just on the wood itself, because don't forget we're just going to wipe that right off. Now once I have that in, I go back in with some of the darker colors. Put that on the bottom, put them in random places as well. You can also keep some of that neutral colors, go back and forth, and once that's done, I'm just going to wipe it off and we'll see how it looks after that. If I feel like I need to add some more, I can just go back and add the highlights, the decreases, anything I want. So in my last example, I'm going to be using multiple colors. I've used the color of a rainbow. Now you see that I've actually drawn lines on my wood. Again, you don't have to worry about any of this because in the final stages we're going to be doing a sand, and all of the smudges that you can see will actually be coming off with that nice sand. So again, color fill is exactly the same. Doesn't matter what color you're doing. We're just really making sure it gets right down deep into those grooves. I do one color right after the other, and I keep it all on. You can wipe between each color, but a lot of times I'll do it all at once. And with just a one-way swipe, I'm getting a lot of those colors off. And now I can go back and refill some areas that maybe there was a little bit of bleeding in between each color, because I like to have the colors nice and crisp and sharp. And even once your project has dried, you may want to go back and do another coat of colors. Sometimes the colors turn dark as they dry, and a lot of times I like the colors to be very bright. So it's okay to go back after it's dried. You can go back several times. You can change the colors until they're exactly what you want. Once you're satisfied with your colors and it's all nice and clean, now you're going to let it dry. And you should really let this dry for a good 12 hours. So I let it dry overnight, because once you start sanding, you don't want any of that dust to stick to the colors. Now we're going to give it a good sand. I like to use orbital hand sander. It does a very fast and clean job, but you can also hand sand by just getting a sanding block or your homemade sander and just get the edges clean. Once the sanding's done, I use compressed air to get all the dust out, and it leaves a really beautiful clean surface. And the final step is to add a finish of your choice. I prefer shellac. It has a very fast dry time and it leaves a really nice look. I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to leave comments, likes, and shares. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this one.